Alright, y'all. Says we're live. Hopefully everything is working. This is an unplanned surprise live stream here. I've been wanting to get back into live streaming for a while, and just hadn't had the time. And I had a little bit of time this evening, so I figured I'd hop on here and live stream for a little while. Hopefully everybody's doing good. We've been busy around here. We've had a lot of changes going on. As you can see, starting off here, this is not the usual studio. Since I, live streamed last, we moved the kids out of this room and moved them upstairs. And so that means I'm starting to move my stuff down here. As you see, we still got, some clothes to go through and organize and do all this kind of stuff and get it set up a little better in here. I need to do something different with the lights. I can see the lights are, not doing me any favors at the moment. But anyway, we've been had a lot going on. That's just been one of the things that we've been, going through since I've been here last. Honestly, really can't even remember the last time that I live streamed or anything to, kind of play catch up. But anyway, again, moving my stuff down here. I haven't got it all done yet and organized and all, and hopefully do a better backdrop and lights and stuff like that. The microphone here, I actually got it a while back, but this is the first time using it. So, hey, Stuart and Lisa, good to see you. I bet it is cold up there. It's a little chilly around here as well. I think it's supposed to get down to about 8 degrees for us by in the morning time. Let's see what we got now. So right now my phone's saying here in Virginia where I am that it's 15 degrees, but it feels like 1 degree with the wind chill factor. We've been hey Tamara, good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, the wind has been blowing. It was real bad this morning, about I'd say 30-40 mile an hour is what they were calling for. 5 by 5, that's good. Yeah, it's about 30-40 miles an hour wind today. This morning, and then around lunchtime it kind of died off, and it's picking back up this evening. But it's been cold most of the day. It started off, like 40 degrees this morning, and it's just been steady dropping all throughout the day. Like I said, it's down to about 15 now, so it's 45 below with 50-mile-an-hour winds. Good grief. I don't even want to think about that. Hey, Zombie Farmer, good to see you, man. And Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully one of these days I can get up your way and we can meet in person. I've been wanting to do that, but just hadn't had the time. And with the chaos of weather and world and everything like that, you know how it is. But we spent most of the day outside getting everything, called up and prepared for the cold, getting the tank heaters back in for the cows so the water won't freeze. Putting out O1 livestock. There he is. Yeah, not a big fan of the cold. Anyway, like I said, it has been a while since I've been on here and done all this kind of stuff. And if y'all remember, O1 Livestock has a channel. I don't think he's made a video in a while, but he's one of the changes that we've been through over the past, I think it's about going on 4 months now. He come to work with us running the skidder. The guy we had quit, so he came and took over that job. So, yeah, been a lot going on. Like I said, we been there all day. Feeding the horses, the sheep and the goats and the cows and everything like that. Out of all of the homestead animals and everything like that, I'd say the cows are my favorite, and probably the pigs be second best because they just don't require a lot of maintenance, like sheep and goats and horses and stuff. They require a lot more maintenance than, cows do. Cows, if you water them and throw them a bale of hay once in a while, they more or less take care of themselves. But the rest of them are not that way. 3 wind chill, -11 in Tennessee. Man. Hey Tina, good to see you. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold at all. Much less this kind of cold here. Not quite, O1. Hopefully soon after the holidays and all, we can get cleaned up and arranged in here for it. But yeah, it's I always said that anybody that likes the cold, don't work in it. That's for sure. Because we've had a real, tough couple of weeks with the rain and the mud and, cold and nothing wants to work right. You have a lot more problems when the cold weather hits, like when we got the cold spell about 3-4 weeks ago. That's when I had to put $700 worth of batteries in the truck. And I've been having a lot of trouble with the transmission not wanting to work when it's cold for whatever reason. There's something in there that's, when I first take off up the road within the first, 3-4 miles, a lot of times it'll do it. It'll go to upshift or downshift or whatever, and then it'll just, some kind of valve in there or something gets stuck open because you hear it leaking air, and it's showing that it's in gear, but it's not. You let it on the clutch, it doesn't go anywhere. So just have to stop and cut it off and sit there, 5-10 minutes, whatever, in the middle of the road, waiting for it to seal back, and you hear it seal back and quit leaking air, and then you can go on up the road with it. So been dealing with that. I don't really think it's a like a parts issue, something to replace on it. I think it's just, the cold weather because, I usually plug it in and I crank it up and let it run about, 30 minutes in the mornings before I leave with it. And a lot of times I don't have any trouble with it that way, but then sometimes it still, acts up for whatever reason. So I think it's just cold. When you plug them in and you crank them up and everything like that, the motor heats up pretty good, the water's circulating, the oil's circulating and everything, but the transmission really ain't heating up unless you're going up the road. So when you take off up the road to start with, that fluid's still really cold and really thick. So I think that's more what's going on with it. And it's been an adventure, that's for sure. Well, that's good, Stuart and Lisa. Glad they're all doing good. Yeah, I got a lot of videos I need to make. I haven't made very many videos. I have been making more over on the trucking channel and logging just because, pretty much ever since I bought the truck, that's the majority of my life now. I've been working anywhere from 12, 14, 16-hour days, usually, between, because, a lot of people think it's just, running the truck, just driving the truck, but it's not, because I still work, in the woods, running the tree cutter, cutting the wood, and then, hauling what I can haul of it too. So right now, it's harder to, do what I was doing, because when we was cutting pine, number one, pine is easier to cut and get, a lot of wood on the ground, just because you can do it all with machines, cutting and pull it up there and delimit with the loader and throw it on the truck and going up the road, where the hardwood is, not that easy. Most of the time you gotta, limit up with a chainsaw or something, to get the limbs off for that. And the wood we're cutting is a lot shorter, so it doesn't add up like the pine does, throwing it on tree leaf, where you got to cut it all up. and also the hardwood, the mill we haul to, they quit buying at 5 o'clock during the day, where the pine mill was open 24/7. So it doesn't give me as much time to get the loads in like I was doing. And also, I mean, this mill is really slow. It can be, 3 or 4 trucks in front of you, and you're still going to sit there for an hour because of, they need a lot of updating. They got a really old crane, like the pine mills and stuff. Even if you bring in cut up wood, the crane's big enough to take the whole cup off, at one time, so they can take, 2 bites and get the whole load. Where this crane down here has got a really small grapple on it, and our trailers are, I forgot what they are, but they got 2 different kind of log trailers. The older ones are narrower, like we have. I think they're like 96 or something like that inches wide, and the newer trailers, like the pits and stuff like that, they're 102s. They're 102 inches wide, so they hold a lot more wood. So our trailers, they can usually get in 3 bites. They take the front and the back, and then they'll take a little bit off of the front and put it on the back, and then get it off in 3. And some of those other ones, with the 102s, they got so much on them, they just have to take, 4 bites, 2 on each one. So it definitely makes it slow that way. Yeah, Stuart, that'd be good. But yeah, like I said, it definitely makes it slower that way. And also this mill down here mainly does chips. And they've got chip trucks coming in, not bringing chips there, but hauling them away. And they give them priority. It's like they own the mill. When they come in, it doesn't matter how many log trucks are sitting there. They just zoom on by you and go on and weigh in and go around there and all that. Which is fine if they don't have any trucks over there to load, the chips on. Let a couple of them go on by and get loaded. But I mean, if they come in 10, one right behind the other, every one of them's going to go in front of all the log trucks, even if the crane is over here waiting to unload, don't have a truck to unload. Instead of letting one truck go in and go on and be getting unloaded because the crane is so slow, they don't care. They just zoom on by you. So that definitely makes it aggravating, and I don't think that, that's the way it should be, in my opinion. But more or less, we've had pretty good luck with the truck so far. We've had, a few incidents, which is going to happen, I guess. Like I said, we had to put batteries in, and I've had to replace all the tires except for the 2 front tires. They wasn't the greatest tires when I got it anyway, and just, all I've been hauling, they just wore down. I did have 2 of them blow air on me. The caps blew off of them, and the bad part is I was planning on changing them tires this weekend, or that weekend that it happened, but it just, didn't make it quite that long. And the weekend before, I worked the whole weekend moving equipment to the new track, so I didn't have time to get to them. And one of them still had really good tread on it. The other one was slick, but one of them had really good tread on it, but it just turned loose and blew out. But I could tell looking at them tires that they were real old tires. They look like they've been capped 3 or 4 times. When really putting them on a truck, you only want to cap them once, and then put them on the trailer after that. But anyway. It's got new ones on it now, so we'll worry about it later. We have pretty much went full Dexter herd now with the cows. We have 2 Angus steers. One's my father-in-law's and one's ours, but other than that, we got all Dexters. We got 1, 2. We've got 2 of, the full-grown cows, 2, 3 years old, something like that. And then we've got 1, I can't remember how old she is, but she's not quite 2. That's the one we just got a couple weekends ago, the dun color. That's a really pretty cow. and we've got the one that was born here. She's 6, 7 months old now. She's looking really good too. She's a red color, and we've got the Dexter bull. I think he's a little bit over 2 years old, something like that. So coming along with that, I definitely like the Dexters better than the Angus cows we had and that I've grew up dealing with and everything too. Um, just because I have small, acreage homestead type deal. If I had 100 acres of pasture, I'd probably have, Angus or something like that that growed more meat on them. But for small areas like I got, the Dexter is the only way to go. And I just like, the temperament they have too. You can pretty much do anything you want to with them and ain't got to worry about them acting up like the Angus and stuff did with us. We we've had terrible luck with the goats. We've lost, I don't even know how many this year to this or that or this or that and this or that. And it's just, one of them things, I guess. We've still got 3 goats left, I think. We've got 2 here and 1 at O1's place. And, she's not doing real good either. She's went blind and got a broke leg, and it's healing up, but it's not 100% and all. So we got 3 sheep now. So far, we've had pretty good luck with the sheep, and I think we're going to try to get some more of them and get away from the goats and all. One thing that I liked about the goats, though, was being able to have, the milk, the dairy goats, but we only had 1 of them and all of that. But anyway, so that's where we're at, mainly on the livestock. We've got those 3 horses. My kids love horses, and that's something they've always been into, so they're mainly for them. We've got the 1 older horse that we got not too long ago for my middle girl, because the first horse I got her ended up getting sick and down and died. It was an older horse. And, this one's older too, but, just something for a kid to fool with and maybe ride around the yard or something, And we got those other 2 horses that were rescues. Somebody else had them and, couldn't take care of them anymore and had to get rid of them, so we got them, and we hadn't done anything with them yet. I think 1 used to be broke years ago, and 1 was never broke, but we need to get somebody to break them and train them up and all this kind of stuff where we'll be able to, ride them and stuff and all. That's not, something I want to do. I ain't no cowboy by a long shot. I don't have much experience with horses and all that, so it'd be better if somebody know what they're doing to handle that task. And we ended up trading the John Deere 3043D in, and we got the 4066M, which is what I wish we'd have bought to start with, because that thing is, night and day difference in it. That's a pretty good sized tractor. I can do about anything I want to with that. We got the rear hydraulics put on it, and I got a grapple for it and everything like that, and it just, it's a whole lot more tractor. And it's got, live PTO for doing the hay stuff and all. We had a lot of, trouble this year with the hay and the breakdowns and all that. And we ended up getting that bigger tractor. And I also got one of the Kubota disc mowers. I forgot what model it is, but it's a 5-foot cut. So just about any size tractor will pull it, which is something I wanted. I would like to get one a little bit bigger to use with the 4066, but, stepping up, it goes from 5 to like 7-foot cut in the Kubota, and it's like $3,000-4,000 difference. So it's a lot of money, and we just went with the 5-foot. we had a pretty good turnout on the hay this year, so I don't see any problem with it carrying us through the winter time. Uh, we just kind of steady knocking along, trying to get through the winter. Get back to the warm spring, which is what I enjoy. That's my kind of weather. Um, Hopefully, we have better luck with the garden this year. Last year, we just didn't have time to tend it like we needed to, and we turned over new land last year and had a lot of grass and weeds in it now. Where this year it'll be second year, and I've got it broke up out there now. So hopefully, we'll be ahead of the grass and the weeds this year on it. But yeah, we're just kind of staying steady. We hadn't really done, you know, anything ground, breaking or anything like that with the homestead. I've been trying to get more things in that's kind of, what do you call them, perennial or something, like fruit trees, apple trees, and we planted a couple peach trees and stuff like that, something that'll, come back every year. And after you get it established and all that, I remember when I was a kid that my grandma always had a big apple orchard and everything, and always enjoyed eating the fresh apples and stuff like that. Also, even the rotten apples, or you have an abundance, they work good for, animal feed too. Cows love apples, and, pigs and everything. I remember too, we had cows, right there beside the orchard, and every year when the apples started falling, they'd tear the fence down to get to them. But appreciate everybody watching and supporting us and all of that. Like I said, I do have the second trucking channel going, the logging and everything, and that's picking up steam. I've got like 88 or 89 subscribers over there on that end, and I wish this channel was bigger, but I'm pretty sure that we're shadow banned and being held back a bit, because I can post the same videos over there with less than 100 subscribers, and I can have 100 views on it, and if I post it on this channel, it'll have 20. Ever since I did a live stream a while back and talked about stuff that YouTube didn't agree with, and they gave me a warning. They didn't give me a strike, but a warning. Ever since then, it's really been a struggle for this channel to grow. But that's fine with me either way, because I enjoy the good people that's here. I enjoy seeing everybody, even though it's been a while and all, and seeing the same familiar faces, and seeing the comments and interacting and everything like that. Hadn't had any problem with trolls or anything like that over here, so that's been a good thing too. And yep, getting ready for Christmas. It seems like it was only last week it was last Christmas, but here we are again. Time flies. And hope everybody has a good Christmas, and everything goes good through the holidays, and everybody's warm and fed, taken care of, all that stuff. Gas and diesel fuels coming down a little bit in our area. Not near as much as it should, but it is coming down a little bit, so that's a good thing too. Other than that, it just kind of steady, staying, knocking along and all. Hopefully we can make it, another year or two, and get some new leadership in and turn things around. But right now it ain't going so swell. We just did that, you know, trade the other week or whatever, and yeah, that was a terrible, terrible trade. But anyway, they don't let me call the shots. Well, might see if I can play a few songs here or something. That's Wildwood Flower. That's first song I learned how to pick on the guitar. I always thought it was a pretty tune. I wonder again, who my home in the mountains, when you surely dawned, I was happy and free. I looked for my friend, but I never could find them. I found they were all rank strangers to me. Everybody I met seemed to be rank strangers. No mother or dad, not a friend could I see. They knew not my name, and they knew not their faces. Found they were all rank strangers to me. They've all moved away, cried the voice of a stranger to a beautiful home by the bright crystal sea. Some beautiful day I'll meet 'em in heaven, where no one will be a stranger to me. Everybody I met seemed to be rank strangers. No mother or dad, not a friend could I see. They knew not my name, and they knew not their faces. I found they were all rank strangers to me. It's always been one of my favorite songs ever since I was a kid. But anyway, this is a 2008, I think. It's a 175-year anniversary edition. It's a Martin D16R for the rosewood sides and back there, and I really like it whatever you call it, inlay there that's shiny. But let's see. It's an old song that my dad always played when I was a kid, and I don't remember all the words to it, but it had a real good tune to it if I can remember how to pick it. Little Jimmy Brown, the newsboy. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows I am the newsboy of the town. I'm awful cold and hungry, sir. My clothes are worn and thin. I am helping mother, sir. My daily bread to win. Awful cold and hungry, sir. My clothes are worn and thin. I am helping mother, sir. My daily bread to win. Yeah, that's all I can remember of that one. Glad you like it, Tamara, and appreciate it, Jade. Uh, I ain't, nothing great by any means, but I've been playing ever since I was a kid, and my dad taught me, and I'm working on teaching my kids now, and hopefully they'll take it up and carry on the tradition. The bluegrass and everything like that is a really dying out tradition for whatever reason. Which I guess you could probably say that about all the older music. The old country is definitely died out a lot too. The new country ain't nothing like the old stuff. Even the new bluegrass. There's only a handful of people I like. I don't listen to a lot of it. I like Balsam Rain and Blue Highway. I always liked Blue Highway since I was a kid, and which they're probably not considered extremely new or progressive like some of them. Anyway, there's a lot of them that, I don't care nothing about listening to. I'm using my Bible for a road map. 10 church a whole lot, and I don't play the guitar a whole lot no more, which I don't really have time to play anything, but usually if I play anything, it's the banjo. It's always been one of my favorite instruments ever since I was a kid, and it's just hard to beat the sound of one. Let's see. See if I can remember a 9-pound hammer. Yeah, it's been a while since I played that one. It's real easy to forget stuff. It takes a few minutes of playing to remember it back. Let's see, what would be another good one? Well, the Old Country Church is one I play a lot. Let's see. How to start that? I get confused now, and it sounds too similar to some of the other ones. Let's see. Maybe I just have to sing it, then I get the tune in my head. There's a place so dear to me where I'm longing to be, my friends at the Old Country Church. There with Mother we went and Sundays we spent, my friends at the Old Country Church. Precious years of memory, oh what joy they bring to me. How long it's gonna be, my friends at the Old Country As a small country boy on my heartbeat with joy, we knelt in the Old Country Church. If they'd only confess Jesus surely would bless, as he did in the Old Country Church. Precious years of memory, oh what joy they bring to me. How long it's gonna be, my friends at the Old Country Church. How long it's gonna be, my friends at the Old Country Church. Appreciate that, Cosmo. I'm glad you like it. Let's see. kind of like writer's block when you sit down and go to play or whatever. You can't remember anything, and you know, going along working or whatever. You have a bunch of songs pop in your head. But let's see. Do a little poor Ellen Smith, maybe, if I can remember that. Poor Ellen Smith, how she found, shot through the hard line, cold on the ground. Her clothes were all scattered and cold on the ground. Blood marks the spot where poor Ellen was found. They picked up rifles and hunted me down, found me loafing all around town. I'll go home, say when I go, on poor Ellen's grave, pretty flowers I was sown. That's an old song we used to play a whole lot too when was doing the band and all. And we used to do a whole lot of songs back there then, but I just draw a blank now. I can't remember half of them we did. I guess that's the way it goes. Let's see. That's a old tune I used to pick a little bit, called Cluck Old Hen. But a lot of times nowadays, since I don't play as much as I used to, my fingers will get tied up. Let's see here. I don't remember all the words to it, but another song I always liked is more of a Christmas time song, but I always liked the way that Ralph Stanley done it, is Beautiful Star of Bethlehem. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shining afar through shadows dim, giving the light for those who have long gone, guiding the wise men on their way into the land of perfect day. Beautiful All right, Tamara. Good night and Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully y'all don't lose power, or we don't either, or nobody does. That always sucks when you lose power, especially when it's this kind of cold. But I'm probably gonna go on and head on off and get ready to get the kids into bed and all that fun stuff, and get ready for Christmas Eve tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody watching and following and supporting and all that kind of stuff. And everybody have a Merry Christmas. And hopefully I can get back to live streaming, sometime soon, and maybe even get a schedule again like I had before. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching. Stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See you.